Welcome to Authentic with Brazil 201. I'm your host, Brazil 201. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about the penultimate episode of what seems to be now no longer the series finale of Euphoria, but the season finale of Euphoria, because according to the promos for next week's episode, Euphoria is saying it's the season finale. Now, for reference, when Game of Thrones and Succession and Curb aired their final episodes, like the promos, they all said series finale. So clearly there is something up that is up with Euphoria because I do not know because I do not believe Zendaya, if there is a fourth season of Euphoria, Zendaya or Sydney Sweeney are ever coming back to this show because they are far too famous to do this show. And after what they did to after basically what Jacob Elordi did this season, there's no way. Because first of all, let's just go into the full spoilers of this. So, yeah, the episode begins with, like, what Coleman Domingo's character, Ali, did during the entire pandemic. Apparently, over 55 of his people he sponsored died to the pandemic from suicide, and he was fucking Natasha Lyonne, who was a prostitute in this, and then Rue ends up visiting and informing him about everything with the DEA and all of that, and apparently Rue wants to go back to that girl we saw with the face card from the first episode of season 3, the new hot white girl we were all obsessed with from the Jesus family, and yeah, also Cassie is being held hostage in her apartment from the Armenians, and Maddie got fired because of Cassie saying she was repped, saying Maddie was a manager when she was not a manager, and Lexi got promoted to staff writer. Yay, Lexi. And Lexi and Rue have this argument. Jules is not in this episode. And I gotta say, this is where we're getting with where I think this is. I thought The Boys' final season was a disaster from the episode where they used the virus on. This is a shit show. I thought, like, the wedding was fun, and the episode where they were all fighting at the pool talking about OnlyFans or whatever, I thought, "Oh, this is fun," whatever. But the last week's episode and this week's episode are fucking horrendous Euphoria episodes, and if it is coming back I don't know, because first of all, I miss season 1 and season 2 Nate Jacobs, who was a serial basically Heath Ledger's Joker and ruined people's life. But what Nate did this entire season was crying in front of the city council, bitching about flowers, basically being a cuck 6'5" version of Harry Sison. And for him, his death to just be via rattlesnake underground is so insulting. Like, you could tell Jacob Elordi did not want to come back for this final season, which is exactly why I do not believe fucking Zendaya or Sydney Sweeney are coming, or the person who, or, God, the girl who plays, Jules, fucking what the hell is her name? Hunter Schafer coming back, because there's just no way. They're all too famous for the show, and after this shit, I don't know why they would ever come back, and we pretty much sure if there is a 4th season, they're not coming back because, A, they're just not going to. Zendaya's a movie star, Sydney Sweeney's a movie star, Hunter Schafer is some type of star. I could see fucking, Lexi and Maddie coming back with a whole cast of new characters, like, make the show take place in LA Nights or whatever. But what the fuck happened with Nate Jacobs is just insulting to such a level. Then comes the Maddie situation. Cassie gets basically taken by the Armenians. They call Maddie, and Maddie has to go to Alamo for help. And Maddie's in this. I don't know if Maddie fucked Alamo. I guess it's implied that Alamo finally fucked Maddie to help rescue Cassie. Because the thing was that Cassie, basically the ransom was $1 million. He Alamo tricks the Armenians, kills Naz. The other guy, digs up Nate. There we go. And now Alamo says, Maddie, you're in the hole for $1 million plus 20% of all future earnings. Also, Cassie fucked Dylan from LA Nights, crazy sex scene, whatever. So this is also he drinks the water with the finger or whatever bullshit. So now also Rue is in the Nazi house, and the guy who got shot up is heading to Mexico with the Nazi people to pick up drugs because they got the ambulance van because we're still in the in-between period of the Biden and Trump administration because Trump comes in and the border closes, right? This is a key point that the Biden border's open and the Trump administration isn't in yet, but they know the border's about to be shut in 50 days. So that's happening, right? And Zendaya, she opens the safe, and it's just passports of all the girls they've, I guess, stolen or sold into sex trafficking, and the Fae wakes up the Nazi guy, so that's what's on that plot. Maddie looks ruined, Cassie's life looks ruined, everybody's life except for Lexi seems ruined. Fucking Jules isn't even in this episode. Who the fuck knows if she's in this final episode? And this is just a disaster from all boards. Now, it seems implied because the DEA has the information it needs to arrest Alamo. It has the information it needs to arrest what the fuck? Lori and all of the people, like, they have the information, they're tailing the van that's about to go to Mexico, they're waiting for everything to come back. So they are already on the race to get off. So maybe Maddie and Cassie get off because Alamo and everybody's gonna get arrested, right? I assume that's what's gonna happen. It seems very played off, right? But Nate's dead. I'm gonna assume we're gonna kill Rue, right? I don't know how Rue survived that car crash also. That's how that episode ended, so okay. Like, this is where we'll get to that I kind of think Rue needs to die, right? Maddie doesn't need to die, but Maddie now needs a come to Jesus moment where I think she should just that's right, because Maddie got fired, so I was just like, "I don't know," but this was so fucking bad, like, everything they did to Nate Jacob like, Nate and all of it, and Cassie's life is ruined. Like, the fact that they're airing this, they're saying it's a season finale and not a series finale, infuriates me because I know we're cleaning house with the 4 main stars of Euphoria, right? They killed Nate. There's no fucking way Zendaya is coming back for a season 4 of Euphoria, right? There's no way Sydney Sweeney is coming back for a season 4 of Euphoria. There's no way fucking Hunter Shavas is coming back for season 4. And then you kinda, like, realize this with how siloed everybody was it, right? Like, she's been in all her scenes were in that fucking penthouse, outside the wedding scene when they were all together, and even then, they weren't even all there on the same day, right? Like, what are we doing here? I don't mind if season 4 is just, Lexi and Maddie and a bunch of new people bringing into it, like, I could work with that, I'm okay with that. But, like, when you hear of Euphoria, you always thought, like, "Oh, it's Zendaya." And I don't know how much money, by the way, they're going to if, like, Zendaya's character doesn't get killed next week, what they can do, right? Because I does she wanna do this show? And I understand, like, she's done a movie with Sam Levinson, and she's been the star of the show and everything. But what do you do? Right? I assume she's gonna go to jail if she lives, right? Because the DEA is still gonna arrest her for a bunch of other shit. Also, Maddie and fucking Cassie witnessed, like, 3 fucking murders across the board. So I don't know, like, what is the situation here? Like, are they all gonna go to jail? Is Lexi just gonna write sell a show about the disastrous life of Rue, Cassie, and fucking Maddie and all of it? Like, what do you do here? Right? I've never like, I thought The Boys' final fucking episode was a disaster with like, "Oh, the V1's supposed to make you super fucking powerful or whatever, and Homelander's just a fucking cock," right? Like, I thought he was just gonna fucking murder people by the millions or whatever, but no, right? Because when we see, like, in season 3 when it's, uh Soldier Boy, Butcher, and Huey fighting him, it took that much, but now we got fucking Ryan, fucking Butcher, and Kimiko's Bootleg Blast do the job and all like, this is what I'm saying. What a bad run. Because I don't think now Euphoria makes my 10 for best shows of the year. I think I may, like, remove it because I was having fun with it or whatever, but there's no way it's gonna crack the 10, which shows how fall Euphoria is. Because 1 and 2 are fantastic seasons of television. This is, like, horrendous across the board. Like, I understand the critics hated the first 3. I enjoyed the first 3. I enjoyed The Wedding, and I enjoyed the first, of Cassie's post-divorce or right, 'cause the episode after the wedding. I enjoyed that. I did not enjoy episode 6. This episode was fucking horrendous, and also this was, like, an hour and a half. The fucking finale is almost 2 hours, and boy, let me tell you this. I've already been disappointed with The Boys. I going to be fully fucking disappointed with Euphoria. Ugh.